Hey, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, generous donations, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy, and then we'll see what the message of Spirit has for us this evening. Hey, sis. During the pre-shuffle, I saw that this King of Cups, like they had this spiritual awakening, excuse me, and their third eye is now open. With their third eye opening, now they see clearly what they've been doing. They can't lie to themselves anymore. They can't cover it up. They can't try and even justify it. All they can do is realize and admit to themselves that they've been following a loser. Hey, Hypsee. Hey, Yvette. Hey, Ashley. I'm glad that you're here too. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. For a long time, this person refused to see what they needed to see, what was clearly in front of their face, what was clearly set out for them, but they refused to see it. Now that they see it, they know that they have to protect themselves. They know that they have to stop all contact. They have to block somebody. Because once again, their third eye is now open. Now they see that they should have been fighting against someone as opposed to trying to fight for someone. You know, it's like this, the wheel of fortune is turning in this favor of this empress who they used to fight against. But now, since their third eye is open, they see the error of their ways. They see that they were trying to lie to themselves. They were fighting on the wrong side. They were fighting for the wrong thing. I feel like they have something that they really need to say, whether it's an email, whether it's a phone call, whether this person says it face to face. I feel like someone urgently has something that they need to tell you. And I feel like they want to tell you that you were right all along. See, they were fooling themselves. They was making life hard for them, thinking that they were making life hard for you. But now they've had this spiritual awakening. They see everything totally different. There's nothing that they can justify any longer. Like I said, whoever they used to follow, they don't follow anymore. They want to hold back. They started, protecting themselves. They started distancing themselves from this person. They walked away. They felt like they needed to walk away so that they could work on themselves. Something about their courage, something about them being a follower. Now it's apparent that they were not a leader. It's apparent that they didn't have what it took to be a leader, that they allowed themselves to be a follower. Hey, S.N. Pokey. I'm sorry, I can't. How are you? SNK Pokey 7747. This person, they did a number on themselves, and they're walking away from hurting themselves. Really, that's what they've done. And they're looking at themselves in the mirror like they know what they've done. Sasha, go sit down. Now. Right now. What did I say? What did I say? Hi, Miss Christy. Y'all had to watch me go mama mode. Sorry. Yeah, it's like, and they're realizing, what they actually gave up, who they actually gave up. And they're wondering why they even did this, because you know what they had was something that everyone wants. They had everything in the palm of their hands. They had everything that they could possibly want or wish for. But instead, they chose to follow a loser. And now this person is in deep regret. They don't even understand what it was all for. They basically gave away the farm. This person realizes now it's time for them to really get themselves together. They have to really go within. They have to figure shit out. They need to look at themselves. They need to figure their own life out. Because what they did is they trapped themselves in some type of loop, trying to do some old dumb shit over and over and over again, thinking that they was doing something, all because they was following somebody who had ego issues, who was very prideful, who had some shit going on that they didn't even know about. This is somebody who looked like they was a leader on the outside, but on the inside, they was a scared little, broken little, fucked up boy. Hey, behaving goals. Yeah, somebody, you know what? And they're thinking about you, how they left you alone, how they left you so that they could side with somebody who tried to attack you. And it don't make no sense. This person is thinking about what they planned and what they invested. And like I said, this shit just don't make no fucking sense. It hurts their heart. It really pains their heart to know that they were manipulated by some type of evil wizard, evil warlock, evil witch. Somebody that they didn't even really know. They knew what this person wanted them to know, which was all a lie. But they didn't even really know this person. They just got on this hate train against you because somebody told them they needed to hate you. Somebody told them they needed to be jealous of you, that it was because of you they was having all the problems. But now the truth is out. The truth is out. And anything that this person, any type of clout that this person thought that they had, any type of stance that this person thought that they had, anything that this person thought that they had, they ruined it. because they chose to be a follower and not a leader. This person is now asking God for grace, for mercy. This person is now praying that God show them, give them a second chance for them to approach you. You know, because they like I said, they thought that they was following somebody who had something, only to find out this person didn't have nothing. This was supposed to have been like some father figure, some mentor. This is somebody that this person is now got their head in their hands in shame. You know, this is somebody who they were part of this coven and they didn't even think it was a coven. They thought it was a family. This is somebody who wasn't using their motherfucking mind. You told this person, stop being a follower, be a leader. And this person thought that they was being a leader by following a motherfucker. That's not a leader. That's a follower. Anybody that tell you, oh, jump on this hate train and you do it, that's a follower. Anybody that tell you, well, I got problems with them, so you should have problems with them, and you jump on that motherfucker train, you a follower. Anybody that can make you divert from your plan and your purpose in life, you a motherfucking follower. This person is thinking about they had everything. They had a good family. They was happy. You know, they as far back as they can remember, they had a good life. And now this person is broken down to nothing. This is what this person they want to apologize. They want to give you some type of gift. They want to give you something because they're hoping, they're praying that, you know what, you will give them another opportunity, that you'll give them another chance, that you can help them heal the situation, that you can help them get back on the good foot. Because now they see who you are. Now they see that you are worthy of all the respect. Not these fucking breadcrumbs that somebody gave to you. Now they understand that you are an earth angel. Not something that somebody lied to them about. They should have did their checking. Somebody wants to talk to you so bad. They want to let you know that you are, you know, their soulmate. That now they understand that they should have been here to protect you, to speak up for you, not speak against you. This person feels so left out in the cold. And it's what they deserve. You know, because for whatever reason, somebody told them to leap and they said, how high? Someone said to throw some black magic and they said, how much? Someone said to go against you and they said, for how long? Now this person is watching you. That's all they can do. And they're trying to heal their heart. They're hoping that they can heal this whole situation. They're still trying to figure out what it was that made them think that somebody had more power than you. They're trying to figure out what it was that made them even want to listen to somebody. They're trying to remember, when was this person even there? When did they have their back like you had their back? This person is now, this King of Cups, is remembering what you told them. Don't follow that fool. If somebody jumps off a cliff, are you going to jump off too? And they at some point, they wasn't too sure. But they're thinking about all that shit now. You know, you told this person so many wise things. But because somebody, they was in their emotions, they was in their feelings, they felt like they could be cold as ice to you, only to find out that yes, they did jump off the cliff right after that motherfucker. Now they have to answer this judgment call. Now they want to heal this situation. But right now they are having car issues. And they sitting here, there's nothing they can even do right now. They're hoping that you call. They're hoping that you decide to break down and to reach out. They're wanting you to reach out. But you know what? They're thinking about everything that they did. What they thought was such a great idea. What they thought was going to really get your motherfucking goat. And how they're remembering, that you know who they worked with, trying to cause you problems. See, this person, they had these pie in the sky type of dreams. They was doing some. Thank you so much, K Hypsee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Aura Jamal, how are you? Thank you, K Hypsee. This person had these pie in the sky dreams, thinking that you was not going to know everything that went on in the dark, or that you couldn't feel how this person really felt about you. Energy don't lie. Hey, Nancy. Somebody told them that you knew exactly what was going on, and you did. You knew exactly what was going on. And now this person is trying to figure out, what it was all about. They had everything that they wanted right here, but yet they squandered it over there. Their life is in such disarray right now. And all they could do is think about the good old times, the good old days when they had everything that they could have possibly wanted. All they had to do was be loyal. All they had to do was be true to you. That was it. And it wasn't hard. All they had to do was tell somebody no. All they had to do was stop acting like they was a victim and understand that, you know what? No one gets everything that they want exactly as they want it without work. See, they followed somebody who didn't want them to have anything because this person was jealous of them. This person was a lost, little scared, little piddly boy. It doesn't make a difference how old that person was on the outside. They was a boy on the inside. This is what they needed to realize. This is what they should have woken up to. But you know what? Everybody has to learn the life lesson. But the life lesson that they're learning is how bad they treated you, how wrong they were to you. That's what they're learning. How much they gave you their ass to kiss, and they expected you to continue to stay there. Sasha, get off the damn table. Go out there. This girl. Hey, High Priestess, how are you? This girl, oh my goodness. Stay there and play, baby. You're fine. Just stay at the table. Goodness. Ooh. Sis, you need to come get her. Hey, Addie, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? They had to learn a lesson. They really did. They had to learn a valuable lesson. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yes. They had to learn to appreciate what you have. Really appreciate what you have. Because if not, then you're going to get what you deserve. Someone is getting what they deserve. They decided that they wanted to be a Judas motherfucker to you. And we all know how Judas ended up. Judas couldn't even take it. He was supposed to have been one of Jesus's disciples. He was the one that was counting the money, but he was the one that allowed greed to overcome, because he wanted something that wasn't for him. It wasn't supposed to be for him. It was supposed to be for the people. It was supposed to have been for Jesus. It was supposed to be for somebody else, but it wasn't for him. And then after he sat there and lied, and then whatever he got wasn't even worth it. He realized he sold his soul to the devil. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. See, this person wanted to be a part of this other group because they thought that this was the cool people. They thought they was going to have so much fun with this group. And they didn't even have any fun. They didn't even have any fun at all. That doesn't look like fun to me. They allowed themselves to be bamboozled, to be talked out of their spot. That's what they allowed themselves to do. Girl, stop looking at me. No. Go sit down. Go sit down. She think I'm going to open up the door, let her out, open the door, let her back in, let her out, let her in, let her out, let her in. No, not today. Go sit down. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, High Priestess, how are you? Oh, my goodness. Yeah. It's something about somebody's stability. You had everything that you wanted. Truly, you had everything that you wanted, but because somebody else was miserable, they talked you into diving off the cliff. Because somebody else was miserable. Because somebody looked at somebody and said, well, maybe I want to be miserable too. They allowed somebody to trick them out their damn spot. And this person is thinking about everything, knowing that they no longer have anything, that they killed it all. They shot themselves in both feet. This is powerful. Here's 3 major arcana. Powerful. And now somebody's praying. They're trying to heal their heart. They want forgiveness. It's like they want to come to you. They feel left out in the cold. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? When you walked away, they felt like their heart left their own chest. When you walked away, love walked out the door. That's whenever this person finally started waking up, because they never thought that you was ever going to leave. Like you was going to stay there and take the abuse. Like you was going to stay there and accept the little breadcrumbs that they was willing to give to you at that time. Like you was going to, like you were supposed to stay there like some devilish motherfucker said, oh, they ain't going nowhere. They're going to love you. They love you in your dirty drawers. Well, you might love that person and they dirty drawers, but you know what? You found out, and they found out too, that you love you and your dirty drawers more. Now this person is trying to make a plan to see how they can come back to see you, come back and get in your good graces. And they know that, you know what, you are protective. You are protecting yourself. You don't trust this person right now. And they know this. They're only mad at themselves because they did it to themselves. Like, who is going to trust somebody that's going to sit here and if they were distrustful in the first place and you kept letting them in because they was listening to some other motherfucker that they now regret, who's going to let them in again? You was nothing but good to this person. Sasha, if you don't go, sit down. Nick, I'm going to need you to come get her. You was nothing but good to this person and honest to this person. You was telling this person and showing this person the way that they needed to go, the route that they needed to take. If they wanted to be happy, truly happy, not the whole, oh, I got this possession, I got that possession, I got this possession. That's not happiness. That shit can come and it can go. That shit can be taken in a fire, or somebody can come in your house and steal it. I'm talking happiness in that heart. Hey, Realist Cash, how are you? Right. She sure better listen. She know if I do play, I ain't playing with her. What's the message? What is the message? What's the message, Spirit? Yep. This person, and they confused because they was wondering, why didn't they stand up for you? Why didn't they speak up for you? Why didn't they tell somebody to sit their ass down and shut the hell up? Why didn't they protect you like they should have? Why was their courage misplaced or gone? This person is wondering about this, about themselves. This is why they have to look at themselves. This is why they have to go within to figure out what's going on with them, because it was never going on with you. It was always them. It was always them and the liar that they chose to believe. And they sitting here thinking in this regret now because they thought that somebody was going to get them the money that they felt like they deserved. They didn't work hard for it. So now this person is just regretting them for selling you out. They were easily bought. This is what this person is realizing. That they did all this shit over a pinnacle. They was easily bought. This Judas motherfucker. That's what they realizing. They sitting here watching you work hard, mastering your craft, doing what you gotta do so that you gain victory and you stood out. Hey, J. Mike, how are you? Hey, Latasha. Confirmation. You wasn't trying to steal nothing. You wasn't trying to sell nobody out. This person, they don't realize. It's starting, the gravity of the whole situation is starting to come down. It's starting to weigh on them. But see, this is just today. Wait until tomorrow. Wait until next year. Wait until 10 years from now. This person decided, you know what? From here on out, they keeping to themselves. They're not going to be out there showboating, out there trying to follow this person because it looked cool, out there believing every fucking lie that they can hear about you. This person realizing now that they should have did some checking. They should have asked some fucking questions. That way they would know which way to go and which way not to go. And they chose the wrong fucking way. Not only did they choose the wrong way, they kept going in the wrong direction. They kept going in the wrong direction until you said, you know what? Fuck you. I have had the fuck enough. You do this shit on your own, motherfucker. And you was gone. When they woke up that next morning after you left, they thought, let him leave. I'm good. And then a week went by. And then a month went by. And then a few months went by. And then some holidays went by. And then some years went by. And that's whenever they realized you ain't coming back. You meant what the fuck you said. You was done. You deserve to be happy. You was done with they stupid ass bullshit. Now somebody realizing that, you know what, they should have healed themselves a long time ago. Instead of sitting here trying to fight with you, gang up on you. For what? Lying about you? For what? Speaking ill of you? Trying to ruin your reputation? For what? Because every time they tried to ruin something about you, you kept rising to the occasion. You kept going past what they said you could do. Oh, they can only do this. Oh, they can't ever do that. You went further. Oh, they can't ever do that. You went further. Oh, they can't do that. You went further until they couldn't say anything else. And then after you left, God said, well done, my daughter. Well done, my son. Now let me really give you a blessing. Let me really give you a gift. And whenever you got that gift and it was taken from their ass and given to you, that's when they realized, uh-oh, I think I made a mistake. Yes. Judas Jr. made a big mistake. And see, they don't know what karma is getting ready to serve their ass. They just know what's coming. This is why they want to apologize to you. They want to see if you can help them lessen that karmic blowback. This is why they want to ask you for your forgiveness. They want you to be like, oh God, don't give it so bad to them. But guess what? You have already taken on their karma as many times that they just, several other times in the past until you finally learn to walk the hell away. No more. They have to deal with their own shit now. They can't. Archangel Michael is not even, your ancestors not even letting them come near you until they clear out their own shit. You was trying to help them, but they thought that it was okay for them to try and shit on you or try to spit on you. Now they can shit and spit on themselves because you're not the one. Not the one, the two, or the three. Hey, Earth sign, how are you, sweetie? Yes, exactly. He can bear the weight of destroying true love. They can sit in that shit. Think about that shit. Just like you had to get over it, they got to get over it. Hey, Donna. Just like you had to heal your heart, they got to heal their heart. I'm telling you, Archangel Michael and Spirit said, no, y'all ain't even coming close. Not even close. They got you so well protected that the devil can't even come close to you. Nobody. And like I said, this King of Cups is having had a spiritual awakening, baby. Somebody is wide the fuck awake. And like they say, be careful of that shit that you do whenever you're in the dark. Because when you wake up in the morning, you're going to hate yourself. They want looking at who they allow themselves to follow. Somebody said, jump off the cliff. And they said, face first or backwards. They said backwards. They was like, okay, like this. Now it's judgment call, and they making a judgment call on this old maniac motherfucker that they followed. They making a judgment call, which they should have made a long ass time ago. Because see, everything is turning out in their favor. All their lies is coming out. Every single lie, every single untruth, every single white lie, every single fib, every single story that was ever said about you is coming out. Now somebody's seeing they was manipulated like a motherfucker. They walked around believing everything. They had their heads so far up in their ass, it was night forever. They wondering why their neck is so sore. Because you had your head stuck up in your ass. Every time you turned your head, you wasn't looking at nothing. Somebody, they needed to leave a certain situation quickly because they saw that they was just stabbing themselves in the back. They wasn't getting you. You closed that chapter. You protected yourself. God said, get over here. Come on over here. Close that chapter and let that motherfucker learn. Your ancestors was like, let me get at them. Now somebody, their third eye is open and they realizing what life truly is about. It's not about how many things you can acquire. Everybody likes nice things, but it's not about how many things you can actually acquire. It's about how the authenticity of your relationships. And you won't even have to have a whole lot of relationships. You just need to have one or two good ones. Trust me, if you got one, you blessed. You got one person that you can trust, that trusts you, that you could be there for, that's there for you. You are blessed. But somebody thought that it was like, well, I can do this and they're going to give me that and I'm riding in this and doing that and I just bought this and I just bought. No, you missed the whole motherfucking point. Somebody missed the point. Now they're wondering, what's going to happen to them next. Especially after they followed the loser. But this shit is coming back. Somebody wants to communicate. They want to send you a message so bad. But you know what? They're afraid that you're going to bring up the shit that they really invested in. And it's like when they're looking at you, you looking like you're not giving two fucks. You're not giving one fuck. You ain't giving the half of a fuck. Because you know the truth. You know the truth. And you good because you know that everything that was done in the dark, the truth about these lies is coming out. They can't stop that if they wanted to. They cannot stop it if they wanted to. They know that they had something good when they had you. It may not have been a lot of money, but you had a lot of love. And now they ain't got nothing. They left out in the cold. They don't have money and they don't have love. And you got everything that you need. They didn't think that you was going to be able to protect yourself from these attacks. Psychic attacks. They even hurt you physically. It could have been like, oh, I didn't mean to knock you down. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to do that. Like this person didn't think that you was going to be able to protect yourself. Like you didn't know that you needed to separate yourself. Like you didn't know you needed to block them completely off. And this person the whole time didn't see that they was the problem, not you. They was blaming it on you. Now they need so much balance in their life. Seriously. All these twos, two. They need so much balance in their life. They need to really figure some shit out. And the whole time you looking happy. You getting God's blessing. Everything is clear on your end. There's no, they can't sit there and lie about you if they wanted to. And this person at this point, this person don't want to lie. Because they don't want to lie anymore, because they know that anything that they say about you, everybody's going to look at them as a liar. They did too much because you didn't do anything to them. But the universe is going to set itself right always. When you walk through that door and you said, all right, as you wish, that was it. You close this chapter. You close this chapter on this love and relationship because you got tired of this person pointing the finger at you like you was the cause of their problems when it wasn't you. This person did whatever they could to be just as cruel to you. They tried to be a bully to you. They tried to take you down. They tried to take you out. And this is why this justice is coming back. This is why everybody can see clearly what's truly going on. They celebrated way too soon. Way too soon. Hey, J Mike, 222. That's right. It's J Mike's birthday. What's the message, Spirit? Yes. See, this person, they thought that they was going to be able to be sneaky, and they was lying on you, saying that you wasn't the Empress. You know, they was lying on you, saying that you was not the Empress, but everybody sees that was just a lie of what they were saying. What's the message, Spirit? They was lying on you, saying that you did all this type of crazy shit that you didn't even do. You know, half the shit that they was making up, it was just made up. All they wanted was just to try and bring some strife into your life. That was it. But see, when that came back, when that the wheels started going back around, oh, now this person want to be all in their feelings. Now they want to be the victim. When they were sitting here trying to overpower you, have dominion over you. But see, they didn't realize that the truth was going to come out about who was trying to control who, because they even told people that you was trying to control them. You wasn't trying to control them. You was telling them a better way to live. You was telling them don't be a follower. You was telling them don't follow the devil like that. You was even warning them probably about the person that they thought was so cool. But you cannot tell a fool nothing and expect a fool to listen. Like I said, they celebrated too soon because they thought that who they was working with, oh, like that was just going to be the bee's knees. And the whole time you was standing over here by yourself and you was the one with the real power. They thought because that there were several other people on their side working with the devil that they could overpower an earth angel. No. And like I said, they tried to have take control over you. No, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. What's the message, Spirit? You told them the truth, but said somebody wanted to lie on you, making it seem like you was a certain way. But now people are really looking at the whole situation, and they seeing that the whole time you told them the truth. It wasn't this made up make believe shit that somebody was saying about you. It wasn't this how somebody thought that they was gonna make up or get you to drink the Kool-Aid. That's what they was trying to do, get somebody to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm telling you, somebody, they want to come to you, but you know what? They don't even have a car anymore. Their shit is broke down or was repossessed or something. Everything that you may have had to go through years ago, they get to experience all of that now, especially if they put your business out in the street. Especially if they put your business out in the street. If you went through a tough financial time, if you went through this, if you went through that, whatever it was that you went through, if they put your business out in the street, Spirit said, I'm so glad that you said all of that, because I'm getting ready to show you what it's like. I'm going to show you what some empathy is about. I'm going to show you about compassion. I'm going to show you about keeping other people's names and business out your motherfucking mouth. They were sitting there thinking that, it don't make a difference. It ain't going to happen to me. Never say never, motherfucker. Never say never. You might be next on the list. Somebody don't realize they was being tested. I almost forgot I had some champagne. I love champagne. They was being tested. And they failed every single test. They got an F all the way across the board. Everything that they spoke about you was all coming back. And they said some shit about you. And that's why, like I said, they failed every single test. They failed it. Not even a D-, just straight Fs. Fail, fail, fail. What's the message, Spirit? Yes. Now they get to experience that defeat. They get to experience everything that they will. And you know what? It may not even be that you experienced all of this, but everything that they said about you is going to come true for them. You know? Their entire life is changing, and it's not how they remember it at all. They want to have this truce with you. They want to put it all to rest. They want to be able to heal this situation. They don't want none of this shit to happen anymore. They want to sit there and take the easy way out. Like, I learned my lesson. Spirit said, no, not yet, boo. Not yet. You don't get it that easy, because you didn't give it that easy. You was trying to give it hard to somebody. You wanted to teach somebody a lesson, only to find out you're the one who's going to learn the lesson. What's the message, Spirit? Yes, somebody's life, like I said, they are having this awakening moment. They feeling like a clown at this moment. You know, They feel like, that they can't do anything to get out of this situation, and they cannot. They chose to sacrifice themselves when they tried to sacrifice you. You were supposed to have been the sacrifice when you was the only one that was giving them the true love. You was you still are a high priestess, and you was giving them love, and they sacrificed that. Now everything that somebody dressed up a whole situation to look like, the whole tower is coming down on them. Like I said, everything that they said about you, how they dressed up this whole situation, and I had to live with rats and all this other stuff, and she was doing that or he was doing that. They are going to experience that now. They're going to learn this year, next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and that, until they clear out all this karma. Stop with that bullshit. And then the person who they was following, that person's not even going to make it. That person is not even going to make it. That person may end up taking themselves out because they won't be able to make it. This is somebody who purposely tried to be there to induct younger people, to follow them. People that they felt like they could manipulate, mind fuck, talk them into, make it seem like, like they was just a magician. Watch this, quicker than the show of the hands, or the quicker than the eye, or whatever the magician says. I don't even know. Somebody is there through for. And then, like I said, this King of Cups, their third eye open. They had an awakening, for sure awakening, which is what they deserve. And they want to play victim with you, but you know what? You don't even care anymore. They did you so dirty trying to follow this dirty ass motherfucker that you don't even care anymore. That's how far they pushed you. That's pretty bad. Like I said, they pointed the finger at you like you was doing some shit. You was like, wait, whenever everything started clicking in your mind and you saw who they was trying to be, that's when everything changed for you. You was like, good. I'm glad that you showed me who you truly are. And that's whenever they realized that whatever they had, they no longer have. They failed. Like I said, they failed every single test. They got an F straight across the board. Like that shit wasn't going to come back on them. Whenever you didn't even do anything to them. When you showed them love and compassion, when you overgave, they took your kindness for a weakness and then turned around and called you stupid. So Spirit's got to show them who the stupid one is. Spirit's got to give to them what they so generously gave to you. And they and all that love that they want now, all that empathy, all that compassion that they want now, they got to learn how to give that to them. Because they're not getting it from you. Anything else in this deck, Spirit? I saw 54 on the timer. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. See, now it's like everything that they thought that they was going to be working towards, You know, they just knew that they was getting ready to get this new position, and they was getting ready to confirmation. They knew they was getting ready to get this new position, and they was working towards that shit. But now all of a sudden, that shit is falling through. You know, because they need to go within. They need to really look at themselves. You know, Spirit said, I'm not giving you a motherfucking thing. I'm not giving you nothing. All because you lied on my earth angel. You straight up lied on my earth angel. And you need to learn a lesson. They're about to learn this lesson like they ain't learned nothing else. And if they don't ever learn another thing, they're going to learn this lesson because this person's life is in shambles. They know we heading into 2026. Okay? And that's a 1 year. That's when everything gets to start over. That's whenever everything is known that about what you put in is what you're getting out. So somebody that, you know, it's like with this Eight of Wands, if it was good communication that they put in, it's good communication they're going to get out. If it was bad communication, then what do they think is going to happen? Somebody knows that, you know, they're going to have to protect themselves. They're gonna have to make sure that they can keep themselves separated, because at this point they don't trust nobody. Just like you couldn't trust anybody for a time or two. Just like you trusted them. And they did it to themselves, though. That's the part that they're having a problem with. You know, they can't even, and it's like they get so mad whenever their friends and whoever else, you know, knows what they did, and their friends calling them, hey, Judas. They want to get mad, but guess what? They can't get mad because that's how they acted. That's how they showed themselves to be. A Judas motherfucker. What's the message, Spirit? And when people sit there and they call you by your nickname, you know, and they're gonna either learn to have some really tough skin, or they're gonna break down. Because when people are sitting there calling you Judas, you know, at some point, and people can be cruel. We know that, and they know that because they was cruel. But whenever it's turned, you know, it's the shoe is on the other foot, they're going to see exactly how you felt. Like I said, somebody, they in that victim mentality. They want to be mad, but they can't. Because every time they try to get mad, somebody reminds them, well, gee, how you think Empress felt? How you think this person felt when you was doing it to them? So are you really mad at somebody, or are you mad at yourself because you put yourself in this situation? What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Thank you. Yeah. They put themselves in that situation because they know that they was caught. They was caught fucking over a high priestess. And God has given you spiritual authority over this person and this entire situation. See, they mad because they couldn't affect you because you knew how to tame their own demons. You know, you are a divine mother, and your soul tribe, your ancestors came to the rescue and saved you from this thief and this liar. You knew the truth. That's why you set yourself free. You knew that this person was nothing but Satan's helper. And like I said, they big mad, but they have no right to be big mad. See, all they had was all that negative energy. When you tried to give them stability with the 1111 card, they're going to learn the hard way. Don't ever try and mock nobody. Don't ever take nobody's kindness for weakness, because that thinking, in theory, that shit don't get you nowhere. Now they were so mad that that motherfucker that they was following, they beat the dog shit out that devil. All because they allow themselves to be a follower. Hey, AJ. All right. Thank you so much. They beat the dog shit out that damn devil. But you know what? It's their own fault. They're the only ones that was mentally conflicted following somebody that didn't deserve to be followed. This is the same person that lied in court. They lied on you. They know that they need to apologize, but you know what? Like I said, your archangels aren't even letting them get close to you. Their secret is out. That they was trying to steal your gift. There's nothing that they could do. Absolutely nothing. But take it on the chin like you had to take it. Take it like a champ. What's the message? Anything else? Good news is their third eye is open. That's the good news is. The other news is they still got to go through that karma. That's the part that's scary. Now it's like they have to have an understanding of spirit and an understanding of self, so that they don't make the same stupid ass mistake. You know, it's like you want to feel sorry for somebody, but you know what? You can't. Because we have to remember that when they was doing it to us, they didn't feel sorry for us. See, they was being a quiet detractor. They was in silent competition. You know? They wasn't feeling sorry for us. They was trying to think how to take us down. Now somebody has to trust their guides, just like we had to, because we found out we couldn't trust them. And yeah, we meant what we said. When we said you on your own, you on your own. When we said you handle your own karma, you handle your own karma. See? I saw that Earth Angel card, but it didn't come out. This person is super, super duper triggered because their actions were catching up to them. They were coached and fell for it just like a follower, just like a true follower would. And they know that they fumbled the bag. And they feel like they need your help. But you know that they was lying on you. It's like you have to ask that person, you didn't see all those red flags? Like, seriously, you didn't see all those red flags? But you see the fake in others. That's whenever you knew that you had to leave this person. This person, they should have just focused on what the truth was. You know? Yeah, I feel like Archangel Uriel. is open up their crown chakra and is ministering to them right now. Because everything that they did backfired. Everything that you were supposed to go through, you didn't go through because you had already went through yours. You had already went through yours. And while you was going through yours, they was talking about you like a damn dog. And now it's their day. Because we know that every dog has their day. And this just happens to be their day. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so very much. I'm going to get off of here and see what you know who is doing. Here she comes. Told you. All right. Thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all in the morning. Tomorrow was Wednesday. I can't believe tomorrow's Christmas Eve. All right, y'all. And I'll be on live Christmas and we'll be doing some free readings. Okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. Good night. Say good night.